Hey guys, what's up? Eric Tanzi, www.paravinum.com. Go to our website, check us out. Today's show is going to be awesome. Got to give a huge shout out first off to the Raleigh Wine Shop and Total Wine. These guys picked out the wines this week. I just went in there, let them know what I needed. They were super knowledgeable, super helpful, great guys. Head down to both those wine shops. Raleigh Wine Shop, great atmosphere, right downtown. The guide tables, you can taste the wines right in there. So go in there and hit those guys up. Today we're talking about sweet wines, and I know people are going to get freaked out about that. That's one of the hardest things to sell when I used to sell wine. And for guys, let's just get some things out of the way. Right now, today's going to be a little offensive. It's going to make people a little uncomfortable. So I just want to throw that disclaimer out. If you get, butt hurt real easy, probably don't want to watch this show today, okay? And so you want to go ahead and pull out now before it gets bad. I didn't even mean for that to be offensive, and it's already offensive. You get to pull out. Anyway, I digress. So today, talking about sweet wines. Guys, I know you're going to rip out your man card on today's show. Go ahead and put it back in your pocket because you can go ahead and check my resume. Like 95% of the dudes watching this, my man card trumps yours. So go ahead and fold it up, put it in your pocket. Save it for like some debate with a hipster about beer if you guys want to pull the man card on today's show. But I mean, that's not even fair either because hipsters, they don't really have a man card. So now that I've offended hipsters. Ladies, I know what you're saying right now. You're like, oh, I don't need sweets. Okay, I've sold wine. When you go to a wine shop and you tell that guy that, you better be like freaking a stick. Because when somebody says that to me, I'm like looking at them, I'm like, oh, honey, your hips don't lie. I'm going to go ahead and say some sweets have been in that body because you ain't no size 2, honey. And that's not a bad thing. This is America. We're allowed to be a little bit thicker, okay? We're not like starving little African children. And, I know, here we go. America the sensitive. I just said skinny African kids. Look, proceeds of today's show are all going to go to starving African kids. So just go ahead and make that check out make it out to Eric Tanzi. And maybe like $500. $600, yeah, send a $600 check, write it out to Eric Tanzi, and it'll feed all the starving children around, all of them, around the world, all the world, $600, just send it to me. So let's not lie to ourselves about the whole sweets thing. Let's not pull out the man card. Sweet wine is something that we have forgotten about here in the United States. I think the main reason why is because we started out drinking sweet wine when we were just trying to get into wines, and now we think that that's just beginner level wines and it's not sophisticated. But in reality, in the rest of the world and in the higher end wine world, the most sought after wines in the world are sweet wines. Hungarian Tokai goes for thousands of dollars in some places. Royalty from past and present seek some of the best sweet wines in the world. So the sophistication level is there. The effort that it goes to make sweet wines is there. And we're not even talking about like Muscadine Scuppernong, although I love those. I love going to the beach when it's super smoking hot outside and I don't feel like drinking beer, and I like to whip out a sweet muscadine wine. But today what we're doing is true dessert wines that are, from around the world that are really interesting, that have a great story, and you should definitely go out and seek those. Go to your local wine shop and check them out. We're going to go from lightest up to the heaviest. So first I want to start off with this Lambrusco. I got this Lambrusco at the Raleigh Wine Shop. It's really great. It's called Centenaro, and Lambrusco was actually the most sought after sweet wine imported into the United States in the 70s, 80s. Kind of fizzled out. It's making its comeback now though. Lambrusco is in Italy. And there's 3 kinds of Lambrusco. There's like three different variations of it. You can spell it out: SAD, S-A-D, Secco, and this is from driest to sweetest. Secco is going to be your driest of the Lambrusco. Amable is going to be like your semi-sweet, and then Duce is going to be your sweetest. So just remember SAD, D being the sweetest, S being the driest of the sweet, but it's still going to be pretty sweet. When would you serve Lambrusco? Easy. If you're going to like a wedding shower, if you're going to a baby shower, obviously the pregnant lady, she can't drink. If you're in a hot tub, dude, if you're taking your girls out to a hot tub, I mean, this is it. This is the juice that's going to get them loose. It's a lot of fun. Look how it pours. It's fizzante. It's semi-bubbly. It almost looks like soda pop. Kind of sounds like it too. Just fizzes up like that. Oh, smells of cherry and raspberries. And that's a lot of fun. That's all there is to it. I don't even have to tell you how it tastes. You can just see I'm smiling. It's a good time. You want to start the party. I want to go find a hot tub right now. I want to go to Vegas, jump in a hot tub, and just be like, ladies. No, really good stuff. A lot of fun. Again, great Christmas wine, guys. Sitting around by the fire, bust that out. So that's your Lambrusco. Next, we're going to go over here to the Hermes Maphrodaphne of Patras. Maphrodaphne is actually a grape. This is from Greece. Maphrodaphne, cool story. It actually means black laurel. Daphne was, back in Greek mythology, some kind of like woodland nymph slut thing, and she just wanted to go around and sleep with all these dudes, but she never wanted to get married, and that was her thing. Well, the god of Apollo was seeking her out, and not only did he want to, you know, get freaky deaky with her, but he wanted to marry her. So she took off running in the forest, went to dad, and was like, "Oh, Dad, Apollo's going to try to marry me." And her dad knew he couldn't compete with the god of Apollo, so he's like, "Well, there's only one way out of this, honey." Boom, turns her into a bush, a laurel bush with blackberries on it, and as freaky as Apollo was, he was like, he got to the bush and he was like, "Oh, you know, I'm a freak, but I'm not about to stick my goods in a bush." So he bailed out and left her alone. But so forever, she's known as the Black Laurel, or the Maphrodaphne Black Laurel. It's a red dessert wine. It's fortified by neutral grain spirits, so it's going to be a little higher in alcohol content. I think this is like around 15% alcohol. That's what it is. It's fortified. This is something that you would break out at the end of the night. You know, you're getting out of school, you get home from work, you don't want to open up a bottle of wine and let it sit for 3 days. This will sit for like 3 weeks. You can just have one glass. That's all you need right there. That's 15% alcohol. Then you don't even have to take the Ambien to go to sleep. You just have a little glass of this. A lot less calories than even ice cream, guys. We're talking like 260 calories for ice cream. We're talking 160 calories. Plus, there's no fat calories that come out of wine. We're only talking, guys, like 2 grams of sugar. Okay. Just like 20 grams of sugar in ice cream. So one little glass of this, and you get to skip the Ambien and get you a little, you know, lose those inhibitions a little bit. Maybe get to the bed, maybe roll over, reunite that marriage, you know, light that spark again. Man, figs, dates, that's what I get out of there. There's a lot of fig and date, real nutty finish, like almost like I ate an almond. Really good, really chewy. Low acidity. It's high in alcohol content, but I can't really taste the alcohol. That's good. Dangerous, dangerous. I could see myself getting really stupid drinking something like that. Okay, moving on to port. A lot of people have had port. Port's from Portugal, Oporto. The reason why it's actually fortified wine as well. The reason it was fortified is England back in the 1600s and France. They got in like this importation battle where they were not importing things from England. And then England was like, you know, we're not going to get any more wine from France. So, well, the problem with that was all the surrounding regions of England that were having wine were real fickle, unstable wines, and they basically sucked. So they had to go all the way to Portugal to get wine. Well, they couldn't make it by foot to get it back to England because of the temperatures going over the mountains. It would just spoil the wine, so they had to go by boat. And still the wines weren't making the voyage from Portugal. Oporto was the port all the way back to England without spoiling, so they fortified it with a brandy. So this is really high in alcohol content, like 18% probably. I got this one at Total Wine. It's Vinzello Port Ruby. All these wines today are under $20, guys. So you don't even have to freak out about money trying these sweet wines. Wow, look at that. It's almost like black. Whew. Man, really strong. Just blackberry, real strong. Wow, almost tastes like blackberry juice, like jelly. Maybe like a blackberry raspberry jelly. Really good, really good. Again, still can't even taste that alcohol. Really thick. I know a lot of people love to even dip their cigars in port or just smoke port. I like to just have a glass of it before I go to bed. You know, get the nightmares of the war or whatever, you know, the bad children at the school day. You know, you take this, all that stuff just floats away, just goes away. And you know, it's so much better than like, you know, medications or something. But here in America, we love to medicate the crap out of ourselves. So, it's really good. Man, these are really fun wines, guys. If you're not drinking sweet wine, if you're afraid of it, don't be, okay? www.paravinum.com. Go check out the website. Hit down to your local wine shop. Get you some fun sweet wines. Guys, the stuff is great. It's a lot of fun. Let's not be wine snobs. Oh, I don't drink sweet wine because I'm too sophisticated. You know, we know that you guys pick your nose and eat it, and we're not all that sophisticated, guys, all right? So, anyway, get out there and have some fun, guys. Drink some sweet wine. www.paravinum.com. Till next time. Cheers.